Have you ever wondered how a top-selling beer suddenly lost its magic? In this video, I'll reveal the real reason behind Bud Light's massive marketing flop. And by the end, you'll know exactly how to avoid these costly mistakes. Skip this, and you'll risk repeating the same errors that drained Bud Light's brand loyalty and wallet. In early 2023, Bud Light partnered with a prominent influencer in the LGBTQ+ community to launch a campaign aimed at inclusivity and modernizing the brand's image. The collaboration featured custom cans and light-hearted social media videos.
Hi! Impressive carrying skills, right? I got some Bud Lights for us.
While the intent was to connect with a younger and more progressive demographic, the execution missed the mark for Bud Light's traditional audience. The backlash was swift and intense. Loyal customers, who associated Bud Light with backyard barbecues, football tailgates, and blue-collar camaraderie, felt the brand had abandoned them. On the other side, progressive consumers appreciated the campaign's inclusivity, but this wasn't enough to offset the alienation of its core demographic. Social media quickly became a battleground. Viral videos showed consumers dumping Bud Light down drains and publicly switching to competitors. Prominent figures amplified the backlash.
Say something to all you and be as clear and concise as possible.
Turning the controversy into a cultural flashpoint. But what made the situation worse was Bud Light's response, or lack of it. The brand issued vague statements that pleased no one and failed to address their loyal customers' concerns directly. This hesitation left a vacuum, allowing critics to control the narrative. This marketing campaign marked a sharp departure, leaving loyal customers feeling excluded and even betrayed. The core mistake was failing to understand the emotional bond customers had with the brand. Bud Light was more than just a beverage, it was a cultural symbol. The new campaign's messaging clashed with this identity, making longtime drinkers feel that the brand was abandoning their values to chase a new audience. What deepened this disconnect was Bud Light's silence. The brand didn't explain the intent behind the campaign or offer any reassurance to loyal customers. This lack of communication created a perception of indifference. For customers, the betrayal wasn't just about the campaign, it was about being ignored. Meanwhile, competitors like Coors Light and Miller Lite doubled down on tradition, emphasizing their loyalty to their audience. One ad boasted, "For over 100 years, we've been here for you," subtly positioning themselves as the reliable alternative. These moves resonated, and competitors gained market share while Bud Light's sales nosedived. This misstep demonstrates a crucial lesson. Understanding your audience isn't optional. Brands must innovate carefully, ensuring they don't lose sight of what their loyal customers value most. The economic fallout from Bud Light's missteps was swift and severe. Within weeks, sales had plummeted by as much as 25% in key markets. For a brand that was once the top-selling beer in the United States, this was a staggering decline. The financial consequences extended beyond sales. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light's parent company, saw its stock value drop significantly, wiping out billions in market capitalization. The damage to Bud Light's reputation was equally profound. Surveys showed a sharp decline in favorability ratings, and online sentiment analysis revealed a surge in negative mentions. Attempts to recover fell flat. New campaigns aimed at winning back customers were dismissed as insincere because they failed to address the root issue, the perceived betrayal of their core audience. Without an authentic acknowledgement of their mistakes, Bud Light struggled to rebuild trust. The Bud Light controversy is a goldmine of lessons for marketers everywhere. 1. Know your audience. Bud Light's failure stemmed from neglecting the values and expectations of its loyal base. Successful brands evolve, but they must do so without alienating the customers who brought them success. 2. Communicate transparently. Every campaign needs a clear, cohesive message. Bud Light's lack of transparency left its audience confused and frustrated. When launching bold campaigns, ensure all stakeholders understand your intentions. 3. Respond decisively. Crises demand swift and authentic responses. Bud Light's vague statements created a perception of indifference, amplifying the backlash. Brands must own the narrative, address concerns head-on, and show accountability. 4. Authenticity matters. Consumers value authenticity above all. Bud Light's recovery efforts failed because they felt calculated rather than genuine. Successful brands build trust by staying true to their identity and values. Bud Light's journey is a reminder that trust, once broken, is harder to rebuild than sales. What began as a bold campaign to appeal to a broader audience spiraled into a case study in how not to handle a crisis. The core issue wasn't the campaign itself. It was the lack of alignment with the brand's identity and audience, compounded by a hesitant response. For marketers, the lessons are clear. Stay authentic, know your audience, and respond to crises with clarity and conviction. What do you think went wrong? Share your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis helped you better understand marketing, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. We'll see you next time for another deep dive into the biggest wins and fails in the marketing world.